Yug, with the curiosity of youth, inquired of Balukaka, who is at home now, as they navigated the waters of the Kishnoi River. Balukaka, his gaze directed towards the horizon, responded, "The big master and mistress, Sudesh Babu, and his wife Rajni, their daughter Amodita, and Vandana Bahurani." He paused, a wistful look in his eyes. Though Yug Babu, whether Vandana Bahurani is present or not, it makes little difference. Yug, puzzled by the cryptic comment, pressed further. "What do you mean, Balukaka?" His question hung in the air, unanswered, as Balukaka's eyes clouded with an unreadable emotion. The river, as if mirroring the tension, rippled beneath them. This scene lays the groundwork for the unsettling revelations to follow, setting the stage for the unveiling of a past shrouded in mystery and shadowed by a spectral presence known as Yakshini. As the sun begins to set, the stage is set for a journey into the heart of an age-old tale, a tale that has the power to change everything Yug thought he knew about his world. Balukaka, eyes filled with an uneasy calm, began, "Yug, it's time you knew about Yakshini." His voice, thick with age and trepidation, echoed through the silence that hung between them. He recounted the chilling tale of Yakshini, a spectral figure who had once stalked the shadows of their village, making Virat Babu her prey. Balukaka's story painted a haunting picture of a man, once full of life, reduced to a mere shell under Yakshini's sinister influence. Yug, his heart pounding against his ribs, found himself caught between disbelief and a creeping sense of dread. "But Balukaka," Yug protested, "I was told that Virat Babu died of a heart attack." Balukaka shook his head, a sigh escaping his lips. "That, Yug," he said, "was a story we spun to shield you from the terrifying truth." He explained how, at the tender age of 12, Yug had been kept in the dark about Yakshini's existence. The adults, fearing the impact of such a horrific revelation on the young boy, had decided to frame Virat's demise as a natural death. Yug's mind spun, grappling with the revelations. He thought of Virat Babu, a man he had admired, and how his life had been snuffed out by a force as enigmatic as Yakshini. The narrative was far removed from the one he had grown up believing, and yet Balukaka's conviction made it hard to dismiss. "Balukaka," Yug began, his voice barely above a whisper, "why are you telling me this now?" Balukaka looked at him, his gaze steady. "Because," he said, "you're no longer that 12-year-old boy. You have a right to know the truth about your past, about Virat Babu, and about Yakshini." The conversation hung heavy between them, the revelations casting a long shadow over their shared history. Yug, his heart heavy with the weight of the past, looked at Balukaka, a newfound respect in his eyes. As he digested the reality of Yakshini's existence, he realized that his journey was only just beginning. Balukaka concluded, "Virat's death wasn't natural, Yug, it was Yakshini." As they crossed the river, Balukaka tossed a coin into the water. He began to share the significance of this action, explaining that it's a ritual in Hindu culture, a way to pay respect to the river goddess, to seek her blessings. The coin, made of copper, is not a mere token of wealth. It's a symbol of purity and prosperity. But there's more to it than just tradition. Balukaka elaborated on the scientific aspect of this ritual. When the copper coin dissolves in the river, it purifies the water, making it fit for consumption. It's a perfect blend of faith and science, a testament to the wisdom of our ancestors. Listening to Balukaka, Yug found himself nodding in agreement. He was struck by the richness of these traditions, their depth and their relevance even today. As they continued their journey, Yug mused, "Our traditions are so rich, so deeply rooted in science." At the elder father's house, Janki and Rajni were deep in conversation. The room was filled with the aroma of freshly brewed tea, and the air was thick with curiosity and suspicion. Janki, looking at Rajni, broke the silence. "Yug's sudden arrival has certainly stirred the pot, hasn't it?" Rajni, sipping her tea, nodded, her brows furrowed in thought. "Yes, it's not just the arrival, it's the commotion, the whispers, and the hushed conversations that followed. It's as if the entire village has been jolted awake," she said. Janki, nodding, added, "And it's not just our village, It's the same in the next one as well. People are talking, speculating. They're asking questions about Yug, about the graveyard mansion. Rajni, setting down her tea, interjected. I don't understand, Junkie. What does Yug want? Why open the graveyard mansion now, after all these years? Why dig up the past? Junkie, looking at Rajni, replied, I don't know, Rajni, but I think Yug is looking for something he believes is hidden in the mansion. Rajni, leaning back, sighed deeply. But why now, Junkie? Why would Yug want to open the graveyard mansion now? She asked, her voice filled with doubt and suspicion. Junkie, looking at Rajni, replied, I don't know, Rajni, but one thing is clear. Yug's arrival and his actions have stirred up the village, and I have a feeling that this is just the beginning. Rajni, sipping her tea, nodded, her eyes reflecting her thoughts. Yes, Junkie, this is just the beginning, and I have a feeling that things are going to get a lot more complicated. As the conversation ended, the room fell silent, the only sound being the ticking of the clock and the occasional clink of teacups. The air was thick with unanswered questions, and as Rajni looked out the window, she couldn't help but wonder, why now, Junkie? Why would Yug want to open the graveyard mansion now? In the garden, Yug faced questioning from his elder father Dilip and maternal uncle Sudesh. Their probing eyes and stern voices echoed amid the rustling leaves, creating an atmosphere of tension and uncertainty. Dilip, with his arms crossed, questioned Yug's audacity in opening the graveyard mansion. It's not just a building, Yug, it's a symbol of our past, our heritage, he asserted, his voice heavy with disapproval. Sudesh, meanwhile, played the role of a mediator, his calm demeanor offering a stark contrast to Dilip's fiery temperament. He nudged Yug to answer promptly, reminding him that respect for elders was of utmost importance in their culture. As the conversation delved into the specifics of the mansion, especially the room where Yakshini was supposedly imprisoned, Yug found himself sweating under the weight of their scrutiny. Meanwhile, inside the warm embrace of the kitchen, Rajni was hatching a plan of her own. She instructed her daughter, Avodita, to prepare a special tea for Yug. This is no ordinary tea, my dear, she explained, her eyes gleaming with a mysterious sparkle. It's infused with a powerful Vashikaran mantra from the Kamakya Devi, designed to sway Yug's feelings. Avodita, a picture of innocence and curiosity, questioned the necessity of chanting the mantra 108 times. Rajni, with a reassuring nod, emphasized the potency of the mantra, ensuring her that its effectiveness was unquestionable. Remember, Avodita, she advised, you must follow this ritual discreetly. It's our secret, our plan. As the mother-daughter duo delved deeper into their conversation, the air in the kitchen filled with a mix of spices, brewing tea, and a sense of anticipation. The tension outside in the garden mirrored the one inside the kitchen as the household braced itself for a captivating tale of emotions, traditions, and hidden desires. The stage was set, the players were ready, and the plan was in motion. Make sure Yug drinks this tea, Avodita. It's for his own good, Rajni whispered, her words marking the beginning of a thrilling journey. To be continued. Avodita, curious but reluctant, questioned her mother's instruction. Her voice wavered as she took in the gravity of what she was being asked to do. Rajni, her mother, was asking her to perform a ritual, one that was steeped in mystery and tradition. Mother, why must I chant the mantra 108 times? Avodita's voice was barely a whisper, her eyes wide with apprehension. Rajni, calm and composed, began explaining the potency of the Vashikaran mantra. Avodita, the number 108, holds great significance in our culture. It's said to represent the universe's cosmic order. The mantra we're using is not just any mantra, it's the powerful Vashikaran mantra of Kamakya Devi. By chanting it 108 times, we are aligning ourselves with the cosmic order, increasing its potential to work. The room was filled with a tense silence as Avodita digested her mother's words. Rajni continued, This is not just about winning Yug's affection, Avodita. It's about our survival, our future. We cannot leave anything to chance. Avodita looked at her mother, saw the determination in her eyes and nodded. "I understand, mother. I will do as you say." "Good," Rajni said, her voice soft but firm. "Now remember, this must be done discreetly. We cannot afford any mistakes. The ritual begins tonight under the cover of darkness. Prepare yourself, Avodita. This is our path to a secure future." As the words hung in the air, a sense of anticipation filled the room. Avodita, filled with a mixture of fear and determination, was about to embark on a journey that would change her life forever. A journey that was shrouded in mystery, tradition, and the promise of a better future. Rajni finished. "This is our only chance, Avodita. You must chant the mantra 108 times." With those final words, the ritual was set to begin, and the fate of Avodita, Rajni, and their family hung in the balance. As Yug and Balukaka continued their journey, the household was a whirlwind of activity. The undercurrents of suspicion and intrigue were palpable. Every corner of the house echoed with hushed voices, each carrying a tale of its own. On one side, Rajni and Avodita were engrossed in a ritual filled with mystical intentions. On the other, Dilip and Sudesh were engaged in a heated discussion, their words heavy with concern and curiosity. The air was thick with uncertainty. The house, once a sanctuary of peace, was now a theater of tension. Yug's unexpected arrival had set a series of events in motion, events that could alter the course of their lives forever. The household was like a chessboard, and each member a pawn, bracing themselves for the next move. The air was thick with anticipation, the storm was brewing, and no one knew what was to come. To be continued.